All right. Been a bit of a wonky 24 hours, I'm not going to lie to you. We're making the best of it with what we got here. So, yesterday, in the middle of the gym session, right? Like, while I was at the gym working out, I just started feeling kind of weird, man. And I don't know what it was. I just felt, I don't know how to describe it. I just kind of started feeling weird. And I kind of got like a little anxious too. But I just kind of pressed on through the workout and was like, yeah, it's probably nothing. Like, probably just me, being weird about it. Who knows? um, so by the time I left the gym, I was feeling better, but I still felt a little off. Like I wasn't. I think I mentioned it in the video. Like I wasn't hungry. Like noticeably wasn't hungry. Like wasn't. When I leave the gym, I'm not like super starving to begin with because I just finished up like activity, and my body's just not really like hungry that way yet. Um, but but it's never like, I don't know how to describe it. It's never to the point that it was yesterday, where it was like I was noticeably not hungry. It's hard to describe. I don't know, like something I don't really think about as what's part of my routine is like leaving the gym, coming home, making lunch, and the idea I don't think about it. And the idea of making lunch yesterday when I was on my way home from the gym like made me nauseous. And so I was like not hungry at all. I got home, and of course, within 30 or 45 minutes, I was hungry. But my meeting had started by then. So by the time that meeting wrapped up, of course, it was an hour. Like it went long yesterday too. So it was a long meeting. Instead of being an hour, it was like an hour and a half. And so by the time I was done with that meeting, I was like starving. But I didn't have any lunch made. Like I didn't have any. I had like 4 ounces of ground beef. I didn't feel like making potatoes. I usually eat some potatoes in the air fryer. Didn't feel like doing that because it was going to take another 15, 20 minutes to do that. I just wanted something. So I pulled out some pasta from the fridge, some pre-made pasta from the fridge. Um, I heated that up with a little bit of sauce and what was left of the ground beef, and we called it a meal, dude. It was like 700 calories and like 50 grams of protein. And of course, by 5 p.m., I was starving again. But also, all the while in here during this time frame, I got a fever, dude. I got a fever. Like I felt achy, and I had a small fever, dude. It wasn't anything crazy. It was like 100.4 or 100.1. I can't remember what it was, but when I finally got my hands on a thermometer around like 4 p.m., I had a fever, and so I took an Advil, and the fever went away. The temperature came back down a little bit. Still feeling a little achy though. And then that night, last night, I guess, my wife banished me to our upstairs guest bedroom because she didn't want to get sick. But that was my only symptom. I had a small fever, and I took that Advil, and it knocked the fever out. And like honestly, by probably, I don't know, probably 8:30, I was feeling like a lot better. I mean, I like the aches were gone, the fever was largely gone. Um, I took another Advil last night before I went to bed, and I went to bed early. I didn't set an alarm this morning. Um, well, I did, but it was like an hour later than what it normally would be. Um, so took another Advil. I didn't really sleep that great. I haven't been sleeping great recently. I just keep waking up in the middle of that, like tossing and turning. Um, and I don't know what that's about. I don't know how I fix that. I don't know why that's happening. I don't know if I'm just uncomfortable. I don't know if it's something underlying. I mean, I sleep okay. I'm not like up all night, but I do remember waking up at least 2 or 3 times probably last night and like tossing, turning, readjusting myself. Um, so yeah. Anyways, all that to say that I woke up this morning. I haven't taken any medicine this morning, and I feel okay. I got pretty bummed. I was like trying to figure out how I was gonna push my peak and my taper, and then my max attempts. I was trying to figure out how I was gonna redo that because, God damn, dude, you are an idiot. Sorry. I was trying to figure out how I was going to redo that because I was convinced that like I was going to be sick, and I was like, man, I'm going to be out of commission for like a week now. I'm not going to be able to go to the gym next week. I'm not going to be able to test my deadlift next week. Like I'm going to have to figure out a way to push this like taper and my deadlift attempt another week. And that's, it is what it is. But yeah, I woke up this morning, like I said, like I feel fine. Haven't taken any medicine. It's now, that clock is an hour fast, I think. So it's like 9:45 right now in the morning. And I feel okay, like no medicine. My stomach is upset. But my son just kind of got over like a stomach thing. He was like shitting his brains out for like a week, and it just I may have like contracted a little bit something of that. I don't know what he had. We took him to the doctor. The doctor was just like, "Yep, you just got to ride it out. It's probably a viral thing. We've seen a lot of it recently. Just gonna have to let it run its course." And so he seems to be doing better now, but I think my wife and I may be like catching residuals here. So my stomach's a little upset still. Nothing crazy, nothing crippling, but just enough to be uncomfortable and, again, kind of noticeable. It smells like skunk, dude. Ugh. So, but like I said, I feel good. But it's a little earlier than normal, than what I would normally be doing today. Like I said, it's 9:45. So you may be asking yourself, why are you running to the gym if it's only 9:45 in the morning? Have you lost your mind? Do you feel okay? Kind of. And the answer to that question is the power is out of my house. So I cannot work at my house, and I was like, you know what? May as well just go to the damn gym because I'm not getting anything done here. There's no use in sitting around the house. Might as well just get out and go to the gym a little early. Now, as a consequence, so I had to take my son to school this morning, which is fine. I don't ever mind doing that. Obviously, usually my wife does, but I had to take him to school this morning. And left. The power was on when I left. I was gone all of 10 or 15 minutes to drop him off and get home. And somewhere in there is where the power. Sorry, just trying to like layer on the screen or something. Somewhere in there is where the power decided it was just gonna, get cut off. And at first I was like, oh man, there is no way that. Hold on. Sorry. So so like I was saying, I was like, surely there's an outage or something. Must just be an outage happening in the area. Not a big deal. It is what it is. Not a big deal. It is what it is. We'll just, whatever. And then I got to thinking, I was like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure that I forgot to pay the bill. And I logged on to my account via cell phone. And sure enough, the bill was past due, and it was like, yeah, service is subject to disconnection on or after this date. And I was like, that was yesterday. So this makes sense. I just didn't pay the bill. So my dumbass, I don't have it set up on auto pay. I don't like bills being on auto pay. I pay all my bills manually every month. Oh, just set it up on auto pay. No, because I don't trust that. I don't like that. I want to know where my money's going. I want to know what the bill is. I want to know how much I'm spending on it. I don't want to just relegate it to this automated thing. Call me old-fashioned, but I actually enjoy like knowing where, like how much because it varies, right? It varies. Some months the bills are a little lower. Like in the wintertime, bills going to be a little lower. Here in these next month or two, my electric bill is probably going to be a little bit lower because I'm not using the AC as much, dude. It's like 60 degrees outside. I don't need the AC on, and so it's going to be lower. And so I like seeing, oh, hey, this month we're only paying, whatever for AC or for electricity. And in the summer months, I like knowing, like, oh shit, we are paying way too much fucking money for electricity, So just something to be said about paying bills that way, where like I can just sort of, I can see where the money's going. It's not like it's not just on autopilot. And I understand there's a benefit to having it on autopilot, but I'm just not really about that life. I just don't want to do it. So, but the cost of not having your bills on autopilot is this. So it's my fault. The electricity is out of my house. My son's birthday party is tomorrow, and I put myself in a pickle here. I did pay the bill. Like I logged as soon as I saw it was past due. I was like, oh shit. So I paid the bill, but there's no telling when it's going to come back on. They're real quick to cut it off. And again, like I said, I paid that bill probably within 5 or 10 minutes that power went out. I mean, I left my house with my son, the power was on. I came back probably 15 minutes later, it was off. Within 5 minutes, I had that bill paid, but it's still going to take them 8 hours to turn my power back on. So while I'm waiting, I was just like, well, I might as well go to the gym. I texted my boss and was like, hey man, power's out of my house. I kind of fibbed a little bit. I was like, yeah, I don't know why it's off, but I'm trying to work on getting more information, but it's out, just FYI. So I'm going to the gym. My wife's calling me. Hold on. All right, sorry. My wife all mad at me for going to the gym. You're sick. You better be kidding. No, I'm not. Why is the power out? I don't know. It's weird. I'm just as confused as you are. I don't know. Yeah, so as a consequence of the power being out as well, I have not eaten breakfast. I did chug 16 ounces of orange juice, which I do every day. But that's also in addition to like a breakfast smoothie that I make, which is also very calorie dense and carb dense. So I am without that this morning because we have no power to blend it. So there's nothing I could do. I mean, didn't really. I guess there were some muffins. I probably should have eaten like a couple of those little blueberry muffins my wife got this morning. But hindsight being 2020 that it is, perfect vision that it is. Lots of things I could have done differently in this whole scenario, but I didn't. I did what I did, and here we are. So, anyways, fortunately today on deadlifting, that's enough about literally everything in my life except lifting. Fortunately today on deadlifts, we are doing something incredibly easy. I'm like 4 sets of 1 at 330, I think, is what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's all I'm going to be doing today. I brought my backpack, probably not even going to need the belt. Honestly, like 330 is easy peasy lemon squeezy for me. So it's a taper for next week's max attempt, and especially that heavy squat that I did earlier this week. Just kind of shake some of the fatigue out, and at the same time, we're going to keep the gears greased for next week. So fortunately, it's not anything challenging that I'm not going to be like, really struggling to hit, but still, routine's gotten thrown off a little bit. Things are all, whoa, that was a big bump. Things are all jacked up, but, it is what it is. We're going to make do with what we have. Hopefully I don't shit my pants. And yeah, we're just going to, do the best we can here. But I'm pulling up to the gym now. I feel like this has been a really choppy first half of the video here, so I'm just gonna call it here because we're pulling up to the gym. Now you guys know my whole life's backstory for the last 6 or 7 days. I don't feel like there's much else to say here, so I'm just gonna call it. We'll see you momentarily in the gym. All right, it was a pretty quick workout. Didn't really didn't do much. I did even an abridged version of what I was supposed to do on deadlifts. So I did 4 sets of 1 at 330, and then my back downs was like 4 sets of 3 at 255, and I did 2 sets of 2 at 264. So it would have been 120 kilos. Yeah. Then I did some T-bar rows. Supposed to do bent over rows, but I just decided to do some light T-bar rows. Just slap 2 plates on there. 3 sets of 5. And that was it. That's all she wrote. I was gonna do some leg extensions or something, but dude, I'm hungry and I need to go eat. Like, I need to eat something. That workout, if you even want to call it a workout or a gym session, it doesn't really feel like one. But that was fueled entirely by fruit juice, a little bit of caffeine, and some creatine. That's it. So I need to eat something, man. I'm hungry, dude. I've usually got like 1,500 calories in my system by now, so, and I'm operating off of probably like, I don't know, 300, 350. So, plus I came up short yesterday. I know I did, just because of my lunch that I made was less than what I would normally eat by a long shot. And I went to bed a little hungry last night. I still managed to do pretty good on my protein, but I think I was about probably somewhere between like 600 and 800 calories short for the whole day. So I'm feeling it. I'm hungry, man. So did start to, like, I don't know, I don't feel bad, but I did kind of start, like, I was just very aware of my like temperature and sweat while I was in there, because I even at the light weight that I did, I did start sweating some. And I don't know if this wind makes it hard to hear. I haven't actually listened to any of these videos when I'm coming home from the gym. I have the top open, but I have the microphone, so I like to think that probably helps with some of it. So sorry if the audio sucks on this. I'll have to watch this to make sure that it isn't completely terrible. But yeah. So I did start sweating. I did feel, I don't want to say I felt like weak, but I did kind of feel like, I don't know the right word. There's just certain cues you take from your body that you like. It's hard for me to describe it, but I know the feeling. And I don't feel bad or anything right now, but I just, while I was in the gym, it kind of like started to feel sort of similar to yesterday. So that's a big part of the reason why I cut it so short, was because I don't want to overdo it. I wanted to get in the gym. I wanted to be moving. I wanted to hit this taper. But I knew even if I had been feeling 100%, I really doubt that I would have done everything in the workout today, just because it's it's just a taper, like it's not supposed to be anything crazy or any, it's supposed to kind of help you gear up for next week. So that's what we did. So I cut it extra short today. Stomach was bugging me a little bit still, obviously, but I don't know. We'll get through it. It's not the end of the world. Just a little tummy trouble. That's all. No big deal. And go ahead, bud. I know you're trying to get in. Go ahead. So yeah, the weekend's here, man. Weekend is here. Looking forward to a little time off, but hopefully we come back Monday feeling good, and I'll kind of take it. I'm probably honestly gonna probably continue to take it easy next week. On like as easy as I can, dude. I have a really heavy single on Monday that I'm supposed to do. But then squats, I think I'm supposed to do something similar to what I did today on deadlifts. Like it's like 3 or 4 sets of 1 at like 310. I'll probably do 315. Just to, because I got a deadlift max next week, so we're trying to shake out some of the fatigue coming off a heavy squat week this week. So I'll probably skip a lot of the accessory work there as well. I'm not going to push it as long as I'm not feeling 100%. So hopefully this weekend I get some decent recovery in and I'm able to shake off a lot of this, whatever this is, and come back and hit it strong on Monday. But again, I'm probably going to be kind of even reserved on Monday. Even if I do feel 100%, the odds of me hitting a 100% workout on Monday and Tuesday are very, very slim. I'm even considering next Thursday, my secondary bench day, taking abridging that some, or cutting that a little short, because that's supposed to be 7 sets of 3 on the 3 count pause bench, and I don't know if I have it in me, honestly. Like, the thought of that, especially right now, I don't know. It just doesn't really sound fun. I'm just being completely honest with you. So, yeah, doesn't sound like a good time. I may not. I might do some. Like I think I said yesterday, I might do some 3 count pause, but I don't know if I'm gonna do all of the 7 sets of 3 at 275. That seems like a bit much for a week in between a max attempt and a heavy single. Seems a little bit much. I don't know, but what do I know? I don't know anything about programming, so I could be way off. That was a friggin' ballsy move, dude. Pull out in front of someone like that. So yeah, I don't know anything about programming, so I might be shooting myself in the foot by doing that. But I'm also going off how I feel, and that's important too. Like, you should definitely listen to your body. That's what I'm talking about all the time when I tell people to listen to their body. Do what you can. Do what you can. It doesn't always have to be a grinder of a workout, just showing up to the gym and getting some reps in, especially on a day like today, dude, where I wasn't really feeling great yesterday afternoon. It's a feat in itself to show up and put in a little bit of motion. I think that's what counts. Do what you can, listen to your body. Same thing for an injury, of course. Always consult with your doctor before you do that. I am not your doctor. I'm not a doctor, let alone your doctor. So always consult with a qualified professional before doing anything like that. But that's what I do, and that's the kind of the direction I've got from when my brother was helping me through some injuries. That was kind of the direction that he gave me, and I've just kind of ran with it for the last 5 years. Anytime I have an injury, as long as it's not like a broken bone or something really serious that requires some time off to let something like that. But the muscle strain or a joint strain, whatever it is, man, you gotta fight through it. Do what you can. Teach your body to adapt, or it never will. So that's what I've always kind of done. And even on a day where you're sick, right? Like, do what you can do. Don't get me wrong, dude. Like, there are some days when you're sick, you should take off. You should take off. Let your body rest. But I woke up this morning feeling good enough, and with everything being like so ever so slight yesterday, and then only for a couple hours, it seemed to like disappear. Even before I went to bed last night, because I took one Advil at like 4 p.m. and by 8:30, 9 o'clock, I felt fine. I did. Right about the time the medicine should have been kind of like wearing off a little bit, it was like, well, I still feel I feel good, I feel like I don't even really need to take this other Advil, but I'm gonna do it anyways just to help. And so I did, and then I woke up this morning. I said I haven't taken anything today. So with it being ever so slight yesterday versus me, and that coupled with me waking up this morning feeling fine, I thought, hey, it's a taper day anyways. I'm not going in there to do anything crazy. Let's just go get some movement in, right? It'll be good for me to get out of the house. I can't sit around. I can't work, so I'll just be sitting around the house waiting for my electricity to come back on, which it's back on, by the way. I checked, and pretty much right when I walked out the door, that shit came back on. So, of course it did, right? Of course it did. About 9:45, it came back on, which is like probably moments after I left the house. So why not go to the gym and get some movement in? I feel okay. I told myself, like, hey, last night even, I told myself, like, if I wake up tomorrow and I don't feel good, like if I feel as bad or worse I'm not going to go to the gym. And I woke up this morning and I didn't. I felt better, I would say. Obviously, I haven't taken any medicine. So I would say I felt better. Um, and so I, was like, all right, well, let's do it. Why not? Had I felt worse though, or the same, probably wouldn't have gone to the gym. I might have taken a walk around the block. I might have, just do something to get out of the house while I wait for the electricity to get back on. But, uh, you know, just go to the gym today because I felt better. So hopefully this weekend I'm not going to do any running. I'm not going to run tomorrow. I'm not going to run on Sunday. I'm not going to do anything crazy over the weekend in an effort to help my body recover a bit. I'm going to try to get better sleep and recovery this weekend. And I'm going to hit it hard again on Monday. Well, I say hit it hard, but I'm going to come back at hopefully 100% or close to it on Monday. Hopefully this doesn't progress and get worse over time in the next 2 days. But again, dude, if I have to push my workouts a week because I wake up Monday morning with a fever of 103 and body aches, then I will. I'm not gonna do something fucking stupid that's gonna result in me getting injured or getting other people sick or anything like that. This is gonna be something that you gotta be smart about. The goal is always to work out again tomorrow. That's always my goal. So if it means going a little slower during a workout one day or taking a day off or just listening to your body when it's screaming at you, hey, I'm fucking tired, then do it. The goal is always to work out again tomorrow. So, yeah. With that said, I'm going to cut this off now because I'm almost home. I got a bounce house delivered this morning, so I got that big fucking thing in my backyard. My wife sent me a picture of it, and it is huge. A lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. We're going to have some fun on it tomorrow, so, and probably today. Who am I kidding? But I'm going to go ahead and just end this video. As I approach my house, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Don't get sick like me. Don't be stupid. Don't add to the population unless you're married. Don't subtract from it. If you end up in, try to stay out of the news, jail, anything like that. If you do end up in jail, shut the fuck up. Get a lawyer. There's your weekend safety brief. Go out and be good. So enjoy the weekend. Hope the weather is nice wherever you are. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I do appreciate it, as always. And we'll talk on Monday. Until then, be safe, be good, and go to the gym.